when I got ready to register for the Help 5 class, I was thinking in my head I wasn't going to register. I was very hesitant because I'm like, I'm not a dancer. I'm not going to get up there. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead. And then I was back and forth. So then God spoke to me and told me to go ahead and take it. So I was like, no, I'm not going to take it. But I got on I registered. And after I registered, y'all, I got to thinking. I said, what done I got myself into? And so I tossed and turned. I contemplated on what the help was about. I got on Minister Connie page, trying to be nosy and see what it was about, y'all. And so I said, Lord, I don't know. So he said, he gave me an analogy. He said, you drive to work, don't you? And I was like, all right, yeah. So he was saying some people drive to work, some people walk to work, some people take a ride share to work, some people take the bus to work. He said, but either way it goes, it's beneficial no matter which way you look at it because they get there. I said, okay, Lord, no problem. So then I looked up there and I seen her besties. And I said, them girls on fire. I said, I don't know, Lord. And so I was like, give them some fire starters. And so I thought about the fireplace, y'all. And so we know a fireplace is a little small corner without fire. And we know in order for the fire to get up in there, we have to have a fire starter. So in order for the fire starter to start the flames, y'all, they need wood and they need fuel. And so in order for the fire to keep on going, we're going to have to continue to put the wood and the fuel up in there. Eventually, if you don't, it's going to burn out, y'all. So of course, y'all know that the fire needs air. So it has to breathe. And if it don't breathe, y'all, it has to continually to breathe. If it don't breathe, eventually it'll die. And so we know that it takes bricks for the fireplace. And so if you think about the bricks, y'all, without bricks, there'd be no fireplace. And so you get to thinking about, okay, the bricks. So the bricks are the whole foundation. The bricks make up everything about the fireplace, y'all. And so the same way the bricks make up the foundation, that's how people are in ministry. And so in ministry, the people in the ministry are the bricks. And so therefore, the bricks mean purpose and a place. So everybody has a purpose and a place. And so then, y'all, if we think about the purpose and the place, y'all, we're thinking about the bricks. So we're thinking about everything that God has said about the fireplace. We know that we have to continue to keep that light burning in that fireplace, y'all, if we want to continue to keep the fire going. So with that being said, God told me, he said, you didn't know what you was getting yourself into. He said, you didn't know that you was about to start this class. He said, but just think about this. He said, I use those fire starters. I sent them in your life for you to get to where you need to be. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. I was very quiet. I was very timid. I wouldn't speak up. I wasn't going to wear no dress. Like she said, I wasn't coming up off that camera. But I got to watching those ladies. They got to pouring into us. And so eventually as they poured into us, I said, okay, let me come up off this camera. Okay, let me go ahead and speak. So I started doing the work. So I just thank the Lord for the firefighters that he placed in my life, y'all. I thank God for y'all. I thank God for Minister Connie and her besties, y'all. Because they continue to throw that wood and that fuel in that fireplace. And they never let us burn out. Supposed to go hand in hand with she ended up